Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Quadruple digits. So yeah, it has come to my attention. I'm actually sitting down. Let me stand up real quick. Flash is on, as you can see. That's a little annoying. It has come to my...
So what does it really take to build a billion-dollar YouTube empire? I mean, is it just about having big budgets or pure luck, or is there a system? Today, we're going to deconstruct the MrBeast blueprint. We're going to reverse engineer the machine that turned Jimmy Donaldson into, well, probably the most dominant force in modern media. Let's just start with a number that's so big, it's kind of hard to even wrap your head around. 376 million. That's his subscriber count across his channels. You have to understand, that's not just a fan base. That is a digital nation, bigger than the entire population of the United States. A scale like this just doesn't happen by accident. It's the end result of a very specific, meticulously executed plan. So, how does that happen, right? How does a teenager making gaming videos in his bedroom build a media empire that seriously rivals traditional studios? It's so easy to look at the huge cash prizes, the insane stunts, and just write it all off as luck. But what if I told you that behind every single viral video is a cold, hard, calculated strategy? Well, that's exactly what we're here to unpack. Okay, let's dive into this. All right, so here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with his origin story, then we're gonna break down the 3 core pillars of his strategy: obsessive expertise, cracking the viral code, and of course, mastering the algorithm. And then we'll look at the secret sauce that powers the whole operation, the reinvestment engine. You know the story, right? Like so many others, Jimmy Donaldson started out in his bedroom making gaming videos. It's a familiar story, but this is where his path takes a sharp turn. See, while everyone else was just creating content, he was deconstructing it. He wasn't just playing YouTube's game, he was trying to figure out how the game itself was built. And that leads us right into the foundation of his entire empire. Pillar number 1, an absolutely obsessive level of expertise. For MrBeast, success on YouTube isn't some kind of art form that you just feel out. No, it's a science that you have to solve. He's on record saying he has spent over 20,000 hours just studying YouTube, not making videos, studying them. I mean, that's more training than a commercial airline pilot needs to fly a plane. Think about that. While other creators were just hitting upload and crossing their fingers, he and his buddies were on Skype for hours, literally dissecting why one thumbnail got a 5% click-through rate while another only got a 6%. This isn't just hustle, it's a level of deliberate practice that is almost unheard of. This quote right here, it gets to the absolute heart of his entire philosophy. It's not about being the funniest or the most cinematic. It's about being the best possible YouTube video. And that's a really key distinction. It means every single creative choice he makes is filtered through one single question. Will this perform optimally inside the YouTube ecosystem? It's art in the service of data. And an obsession like that has to scale, which is why he built his entire team around what he calls the A-player philosophy. He doesn't just hire people for their skills, he hires for a shared fanaticism. The whole culture is built around analyzing every single mistake, making zero excuses, and being laser-focused on that one mission. It's all about creating an entire organization that thinks just like he does. Okay, so with that foundation of obsessive study in place, he turned to the next big challenge. How do you engineer virality? You know, for most people, a viral video is like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. For MrBeast, it's about building a lightning factory. If you really boil it down, most viral videos on the internet, they tend to lean on one of a few core human triggers, right? You've got big money, raw human reactions, totally extreme challenges, a little bit of drama or pranks, or maybe a collab with a famous face. Most creators, they find their lane in just one of these categories. And this is where MrBeast changes the game. His big insight was why pick just one? His formula is to take all of these super potent viral ingredients and just combine them into one hyper-concentrated experience. Think about it. It's an extreme challenge with a famous collaborator for a life-changing amount of money that creates intense human reactions. He's not just pulling one lever, he's pulling all of them at once to create a video that's almost impossible to scroll past. But look, having a viral concept is totally useless if the platform doesn't actually show it to people. And that brings us to the most technical pillar of them all, mastering the algorithm. This is all about winning the game that YouTube itself wants creators to play. On a basic level, the YouTube algorithm is really just asking 2 simple questions about your video. First, you've got click-through rate, or CTR. For all the people who see this thumbnail, what percentage actually clicks on it? And then second, you have average view duration, or AVD. Once they click, how long do you actually keep their attention? The entire MrBeast machine is engineered to get a massive yes to both of those questions. So let's talk about CTR first. I mean, just think about your own YouTube homepage. It is an endless scroll of options. A creator has milliseconds to win your click. And that battle is almost entirely won or lost based on one thing: the thumbnail. Now, what's so cool about this slide is that a MrBeast thumbnail is basically a masterclass in visual psychology. It is not just some random screenshot. You start to notice the patterns: a close-up human face, because our brains are hardwired to lock onto faces; an intense, super easy to read emotion like shock or awe or pure joy; bright saturated colors that just pop against a dark mode background. And get this, his team will A/B test dozens of different versions just to squeeze out another 1/10 of a percentage point on the click-through rate. Every single element is optimized to stop your thumb from scrolling. Okay, so he's won the click. You're in. But a high CTR with a low watch time? That just tells YouTube your video was clickbait. So now comes the second and honestly the harder challenge: mastering average view duration. How on earth does he hold your attention for not just a few seconds, but for 10, 15, sometimes even 20 minutes? Well, he does it by treating every single video not as just a stunt, but as a mini-movie with a proven story structure. First, you've got the hook. In the opening seconds, he tells you exactly what the stakes are. Then, the story montage. He shows you little glimpses of the emotional highs and lows to come, so you get invested in the journey. Third, and this is so clever, the re-engagement. Right around the 3-minute mark, which is a common point where viewers drop off, he hits you with a plot twist to reset your attention. And finally, the payoff. He delivers a really satisfying resolution to the conflict he set up in the first 10 seconds. It's brilliant. So you've got the obsessive work ethic, you've got the viral formula, and you've got the mastery of the algorithm. But there is one final piece that ties it all together and makes him basically untouchable: the reinvestment engine. It's a financial philosophy that's so simple and so radical that almost nobody else has the discipline to actually do it. This quote says it all. It's the entire philosophy right there in a nutshell. You see, most people use their business to make money. MrBeast uses money to make his business, the videos, better. Every single dollar of profit doesn't go to a mansion or a fancy sports car. It gets plowed directly back into making the next video even bigger and better and more ambitious. And this creates two totally different paths. The traditional creator path is pretty linear. You earn money, you spend it, and your content quality kind of just plateaus. But MrBeast's path is an exponential growth loop. He earns, he reinvests, that makes the content better, which allows him to earn more, which he then reinvests again. It creates this flywheel of escalating quality and scale that just leaves everyone else in the dust. You can't compete with it because he's just not playing the same financial game as everybody else. So the crucial point is this. When you put all of these pieces together, you see that MrBeast's success isn't just some string of lucky hits. It's not about the money, it's about the method. It is a fully integrated system, from the deep psychology of a thumbnail all the way to the reinvestment of every single dollar. And it's all designed for one purpose: to completely dominate the YouTube platform. It's a system built on pure obsession, viral engineering, mastering the algorithm, and just relentless reinvestment. This is the blueprint. And it really leaves us with a fascinating question, doesn't it? Is this the new playbook for success in the creator economy? A set of principles that anyone with enough discipline could follow? Or is the real secret ingredient just Jimmy Donaldson himself, a truly one-of-a-kind outlier?
Thank you.